How to make someone who doesn't value you. Obsessed, Stoicism. He who fears death will never do anything worthy of a man who is alive. Seneca. Welcome back to Stoic in Your Life. Today, we're tackling a topic that's both captivating and deeply rooted in human nature. How to make someone who doesn't value you completely obsessed with you. And yes, we're going to do it using time-tested Stoic wisdom. So let's cut to the chase. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you're giving everything in a relationship, yet feeling like you're invisible? Maybe your partner is too engrossed in their own world, barely noticing your efforts. Or perhaps they've started taking you for granted, leaving you feeling unappreciated and frustrated. Guess what? Even the ancient Stoics faced similar struggles, and they left us with some powerful tools to turn the tables. Let's dive right in with a powerful quote from Epictetus. "No man is free who is not master of himself." This perfectly encapsulates the essence of what we're about to explore today. If you find yourself in a situation where you're not being valued, it's time to take control. Not just by walking away, but by turning the tables and making them see your true worth in a way they never did before. Now, picture this. The person who once took you for granted suddenly can't stop thinking about you. They hang on your every word, crave your attention, and finally recognize just how incredible you are. It may sound like a fairy tale, but this transformation isn't magic. It's rooted in the ancient philosophy of Stoicism. Before we delve into the 10 Stoic techniques that will make you unforgettable, it's crucial to understand the core principles of self-esteem and self-confidence. These are the bedrock upon which everything else is built. Without a strong sense of self, the techniques we discuss won't hold the same power. When you genuinely believe in your value and carry yourself with unwavering confidence, others can't help but be drawn to you, captivated by your presence. Let's unpack this further. Think of self-esteem as the foundation of a grand fortress. If the foundation is solid, the fortress stands tall and unshakable against any storm. But if the foundation is weak, even a slight breeze could bring the entire structure crumbling down. In the context of relationships, self-esteem plays a pivotal role. It's the lens through which you see and value yourself. When your self-esteem is high, you don't need others to constantly validate your worth because you already recognize it within yourself. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and a revered Stoic philosopher, once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This means that your inner narrative, the way you talk to yourself about your worth, is key. If you constantly doubt yourself or seek validation from others, you give away your power. But when you cultivate a mindset of self-respect and confidence, you become magnetic, attracting others naturally because they sense your strength and self-assurance. Now, how do you achieve this? Start by reframing your thoughts. Every time you catch yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough," replace it with, "I am worthy of respect and admiration." Over time, this shift in mindset will reflect in your actions, and others will begin to notice and respond to this new, empowered version of you. It's not about pretending to be someone you're not. It's about recognizing and embracing the person you already are. Next, let's consider the concept of emotional independence. The Stoics believed in the power of inner tranquility, which comes from not being overly attached to external outcomes or the opinions of others. As Seneca wisely put it, "He who is brave is free." When you detach your self-worth from how others treat you, you reclaim your freedom. This doesn't mean you stop caring about others. Rather, it means you stop letting their opinions dictate your happiness. When you reach this level of emotional independence, you exude a quiet confidence that others find irresistibly attractive. Furthermore, let's address the power of presence. Being fully present in the moment is a key Stoic practice. When you're with someone, give them your undivided attention. Listen more than you speak, and make them feel heard and understood. This not only deepens your connection, but also makes you stand out in a world where so many are distracted. Remember, People are drawn to those who make them feel important and valued. But here's the twist. By being fully present with others, you're also showing that you value your time and theirs, which naturally elevates how they perceive you. Lastly, cultivate gratitude and contentment. The Stoics taught that true wealth comes from appreciating what you already have. When you're content with yourself and your life, you radiate a sense of calm and fulfillment that others will find deeply appealing. As Epictetus said, he is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. This mindset not only attracts others to you, but also protects you from the emotional ups and downs that come with seeking validation from external sources. To bring all of this together, the key to making someone who doesn't value you become obsessed with you is to start by valuing yourself. Strengthen your self-esteem, practice emotional independence, be fully present, and cultivate gratitude. When you embody these Stoic principles, you transform from someone seeking validation to someone who commands respect and admiration effortlessly. The shift begins within, and as you change, so too will the way others see you. The techniques we'll explore next are built on these foundations, ensuring that you not only capture attention, but also maintain it in a way that's authentic and true to yourself. As you embark on this journey, remember that Stoicism isn't about manipulation. It's about mastering yourself so that others are naturally drawn to the strength and serenity you exude. By embracing these teachings, you'll find that those who once overlooked you will begin to see you in a new light, one that shines with the wisdom of the Stoics and the confidence of someone who truly knows their worth. Technique 1. Embrace your authentic self. Let's dive into a powerful concept, one that has the potential to completely change how others perceive you. Embracing your authentic self. You might be thinking, how can simply being myself make someone who doesn't value me become obsessed? Well, let me tell you, authenticity is magnetic. When you are genuinely yourself, it radiates a certain energy that's undeniably attractive. People are naturally drawn to what's real, and there's nothing more real than being true to who you are. Consider for a moment what it's like to be in a relationship where you're constantly trying to mold yourself into someone else's ideal. It's exhausting, isn't it? Not only that, but it's also a sure way to lose yourself in the process. When you're not showing your true colors, you blend into the background. But when you embrace your authentic self, you stand out. You become someone people remember. Not because you're trying to fit in, but because you're confident enough to be unapologetically you. This kind of self-assuredness is what builds true self-esteem and confidence. As Oscar Wilde so wisely put it, be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. By living authentically, you're telling the world, this is me, take it or leave it. And that kind of self-confidence is incredibly powerful. Now let's talk about how you can start embracing your authentic self. It all begins with self-reflection. Ask yourself, what are your core values? What drives you? What are the things that make you truly happy? Understanding these aspects of yourself is crucial because they form the foundation of who you are. When you live in alignment with your values and passions, you naturally start to embody your true self. And here's the thing, don't be afraid to let your quirks and unique traits shine through. These are the things that make you interesting and unique, and they're often what others find most appealing about you. Another important aspect of embracing your authentic self is letting go of the need for external validation. Your worth isn't something that should be determined by what others think of you. It's something that comes from within. When you stop caring about what others think and start valuing your own opinions, you project a confidence that's hard to ignore. People can sense when someone is comfortable in their own skin, and it's one of the most attractive qualities you can have. It's also essential to surround yourself with people who appreciate you for who you are. If someone doesn't value you, it's not your job to convince them otherwise. Instead, focus on those who see your worth and love you for it. This not only reinforces your self-esteem, but also makes it easier to stay true to yourself. As the saying goes, You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, so choose wisely. Humor is another key component of authenticity. Don't underestimate the power of laughter. When you're being your true self, your sense of humor naturally comes out. Laughter is a universal language. It breaks down barriers and connects people on a deeper level. Sharing your humor, your silly thoughts, and your laughter can make you more relatable and likable, making others want to be around you more. So why is embracing your authentic self so crucial? It's because this is the foundation of building meaningful connections. When you are real, confident, and unapologetically yourself, you naturally attract the right kind of attention. Those who didn't value you before will start to see you in a completely new light. They'll become intrigued by the person you truly are, not the person you've been trying to be. And here's where it gets even better. By being authentic, you don't just make others obsessed with you, you also find true fulfillment and happiness within yourself. To sum it all up, being your authentic self isn't just about making others notice you. It's about living a life that's true to who you are. It's about standing firm in your beliefs, embracing your uniqueness, and shining your light for the world to see. When you do this, you become not only unforgettable, but also truly content. So, my Stoic friends, stay true, stay confident, and most importantly, stay you. In doing so, you'll naturally find yourself on the minds of those who once overlooked you, becoming that unforgettable person who exudes genuine charm and confidence. Keep shining, and remember, the most powerful thing you can be is yourself. Technique 2. Cultivate emotional self-sufficiency. Epictetus once said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This idea perfectly sets the stage for our discussion today as we dive into the second technique for making someone who doesn't value you become obsessed: cultivating emotional self-sufficiency. Now you might ask, how does being emotionally self-sufficient make someone more interested in me? The answer lies in the undeniable allure of independence and inner strength. When you are emotionally self-sufficient, you draw your sense of worth and happiness from within, rather than depending on others to fill that void. This self-reliance projects an aura of confidence and stability, qualities that are incredibly attractive because they signal a person who is grounded and secure in themselves. Think for a moment about those individuals who never seem to seek approval or validation from others. They stand out because their confidence doesn't fluctuate based on someone else's opinions or approval. They are like a lighthouse in the midst of a storm, steadfast, unshaken, and always shining brightly. This emotional steadiness is magnetic because it exudes strength, a quality that others are naturally drawn to. The strongest relationships, after all, are built on the foundation of two individuals who are whole and complete on their own, yet choose to be together. This is the essence of emotional self-sufficiency, creating a life of fulfillment and happiness that doesn't depend on anyone else's input or approval. So how do you cultivate this powerful trait? The first step is to internalize the idea that your happiness is your responsibility, not anyone else's. When you hand over the reins of your emotional well-being to someone else, you essentially give them control over your life. Instead, take back that control by finding joy and contentment within yourself. This could mean pursuing activities that bring you genuine pleasure, whether that's diving into a good book, exploring a new hobby, or simply spending time in nature. By doing things that fulfill you independent of others, you reinforce the belief that you are the source of your own happiness. Another key aspect of emotional self-sufficiency is practicing self-care. This isn't just about pampering yourself, but about genuinely taking care of your physical, mental, and emotional health. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, meditation, and ensuring you get enough rest are all essential. When you feel good physically and mentally, you become less reliant on others for emotional support. It's like the old saying goes, you can't pour from an empty cup. By taking care of yourself, you're ensuring that your emotional well-being is robust, making you less dependent on external validation. Setting boundaries is another critical component of emotional self-sufficiency. Understanding your limits and being willing to enforce them shows that you respect yourself and won't allow others to overstep. This could mean saying no to things that don't serve your well-being or distancing yourself from toxic influences. By maintaining these boundaries, you protect your emotional space, reinforcing your independence and showing others that you won't compromise on your self-respect. Mindfulness and self-reflection are also vital in cultivating emotional self-sufficiency. Regularly checking in with yourself, understanding what triggers your emotions, and learning to manage those responses healthily are crucial practices. It's about being in tune with your feelings and knowing how to navigate them without becoming overwhelmed. This self-awareness not only strengthens your emotional resilience but also ensures that you remain centered and balanced no matter what external circumstances arise. Now, you might wonder, does being emotionally self-sufficient mean shutting people out? Not at all. It's about finding a balance where you can be happy and confident on your own, which in turn makes your relationships richer and more fulfilling. When you embody this independence, you become someone who others admire and want to be around, not because they complete you but because they are drawn to your strength and autonomy. So as you cultivate emotional self-sufficiency, you'll find that you not only attract others but keep them fascinated and deeply interested. You'll naturally find yourself in their mind, not because they provide your happiness, but because they are captivated by your inner strength and independence. Remember, as you walk this path, that the true power lies in mastering yourself, just as the Stoics taught. By becoming emotionally self-sufficient, you transform into a person who is not just attractive, but also deeply admirable. Keep cultivating that inner strength, my Stoic friends, and you'll find that those who once undervalued you will begin to see you in a whole new light, drawn to the solid, unshakable person. Technique 3. Set and enforce personal boundaries. You might wonder, how can personal boundaries possibly make someone obsessed with me? The answer is simple yet profound. Boundaries are a powerful expression of self-respect and self-care, qualities that are incredibly attractive to others. When you establish clear boundaries, you're sending a strong message that you know your worth and aren't willing to compromise it for anyone. This says, I value myself, and you should too. It's a declaration of your inner strength and confidence, and people are naturally drawn to that. Think about a time when you were in a relationship where your partner constantly overstepped your limits, making you feel uncomfortable and undervalued. It's a frustrating and draining experience, right? Now flip that scenario to one where both parties respect each other's boundaries and communicate openly about their needs. This kind of mutual respect is where true admiration and even obsession can grow. As Brené Brown wisely states, daring to set boundaries is about having the courage to love ourselves even when we risk disappointing others. This quote encapsulates the essence of why boundaries are so vital. They're not just about protecting yourself, but about honoring your own needs and worth, even if it means others might not always like it. So, how do you start setting and enforcing these all-important boundaries? First, you need to take a moment for self-reflection and identify what your boundaries are. What makes you feel comfortable and what crosses the line? This can relate to various aspects of your life: physical space, emotional needs, time management, and even how you interact digitally. Knowing your boundaries is the foundation for being able to communicate them effectively. It's about understanding what you need to feel respected and secure in your relationships. Once you've identified your boundaries, the next step is to communicate them clearly and assertively. This doesn't mean being harsh or confrontational. It's about being honest and straightforward with the people in your life. For example, if you need some alone time to recharge, don't hesitate to tell your partner, I need some time by myself to feel refreshed. It's important for my well-being. When you communicate your boundaries in a clear, calm, and respectful manner, you're helping others understand your needs without making them feel attacked or defensive. Enforcing your boundaries is where the real challenge often lies. It's one thing to set a boundary, but it's another to uphold it, especially when someone tries to push against it. Enforcing boundaries isn't about being rigid or inflexible. It's about standing up for what's important to you. If someone crosses a line you've drawn, address it immediately and firmly. For instance, if a friend continues to call you late at night despite you asking them not to, you might say, "I've asked you not to call after 10 p.m. because I need that time to unwind and sleep." This reinforces your boundary and shows that you're serious about maintaining your personal space. Another important aspect of setting boundaries is being willing to walk away from relationships that don't respect your limits. This can be one of the toughest parts, but it's essential for maintaining your self-respect and emotional health. As the saying goes, the only people who get upset about you setting boundaries are the ones who are benefiting from you having none. It's crucial to remember that boundaries are not about keeping people out. They're about creating a safe space for yourself to thrive. When you respect yourself enough to set boundaries, others will start to respect you more as well. This respect can turn into admiration, and yes, even obsession, because people are inherently drawn to those who are confident and self-assured. So how does all of this apply to your life? By setting and enforcing personal boundaries, you not only protect your well-being, but also attract people who genuinely respect and value you. You become someone who stands firm in their values, which makes you unforgettable and always on their mind. Setting boundaries isn't just about creating limits. It's about defining who you are and what you stand for. This clarity makes you a more attractive and compelling person because it shows that you're not afraid to prioritize your own needs and well-being. So, stay firm in your boundaries, respect yourself, and watch how this newfound confidence transforms your relationships, making those around you see you in a whole new light. Keep setting those boundaries, my Stoic friend, and you'll see how it elevates not just your self-esteem, but also how others perceive and value you. Technique 4. Adopt a growth mindset. We've already talked about the importance of being your authentic self, cultivating emotional self-sufficiency, and setting personal boundaries. Now, it's time to explore how embracing a growth mindset can make you not just more resilient, but also more attractive to those around you. A growth mindset is all about the belief that you can develop and improve through hard work, dedication, and learning from your experiences. It's not just about achieving more in life, it's about becoming a better version of yourself every day. This mindset allows you to view challenges as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles to be avoided, which is an incredibly appealing trait. When others see you as someone who is constantly evolving and striving to improve, they can't help but be drawn to you, fascinated by your journey and commitment to self-betterment. Think about your relationships. How would they change if you approached every conflict, not as a sign of failure, but as an opportunity to understand your partner better and grow together? A growth mindset can revolutionize the way you interact with others, making your relationships stronger and more resilient. Instead of fearing disagreements, you start to see them as moments of learning and connection. This not only deepens your bond, but also shows your partner that you're committed to continuous improvement both individually and as a couple. Carol Dweck, the psychologist who popularized the concept of a growth mindset, wisely said, "The view you adopt for yourself profoundly affects the way you lead your life." This means that the way you think about your abilities and potential directly influences your actions, relationships, and overall happiness. So, how do you cultivate a growth mindset? It begins with embracing challenges. When faced with a difficult situation, don't shy away. Instead, dive in with the intent to learn and grow. For example, if you find yourself in a disagreement with your partner, approach it with curiosity and a willingness to understand their perspective, rather than seeing it as a battle to win. This shift in perspective can turn potential conflicts into opportunities for deeper connection and mutual growth. Persistence in the face of setbacks is another crucial aspect of a growth mindset. Every failure is a lesson in disguise, a stepping stone on the path to improvement. When things don't go as planned, take the time to reflect on what went wrong and how you can do better next time. This resilience not only helps you grow, but also shows others that you're someone who doesn't give up easily. People are naturally inspired by resilience and perseverance, And these traits make you more attractive because they demonstrate strength of character. Learning from criticism is also essential in developing a growth mindset. Instead of taking criticism personally, see it as a valuable tool for self-improvement. Constructive feedback is a gift, offering you insights that can help you grow. When you receive criticism, thank the person for their input and use it to make positive changes in your life. This approach not only accelerates your personal growth but also signals to others that you are open to feedback and committed to becoming the best version of yourself. Celebrating others' successes is another key component of a growth mindset. When you see someone else achieving great things, don't let envy creep in. Instead, feel inspired and motivated by their success. This positivity fosters a supportive environment where everyone can thrive, and it shows that you're confident in your own path and progress. By genuinely celebrating others' victories, you create a network of mutual support and admiration, which can only enhance your own journey. Lastly, continuous learning is vital to maintaining a growth mindset. Whether it's through reading books, taking courses, or exploring new hobbies, keep your mind and spirit engaged. Lifelong learning keeps you intellectually stimulated and emotionally balanced, showing others that you are committed to expanding your horizons and becoming a more well-rounded person. This thirst for knowledge and self-improvement is incredibly attractive because it shows that you're not content to stay stagnant. You're always pushing yourself to grow and evolve. By adopting a growth mindset, you not only enhance your personal development but also become a magnet for positive relationships. When you continually strive to improve, you demonstrate to others that you are someone worth investing in, both emotionally and intellectually. This mindset naturally draws people to you, as they admire your resilience, curiosity, and commitment to growth. So my Stoic friends, keep pushing those boundaries, stay curious, and embrace the journey of self-improvement. By doing so, you'll find that you not only attract admiration, but also forge deeper, more meaningful connections with those around you, becoming someone who is truly unforgettable. Thank you so much for being here and watching this video. I'm grateful to have you as part of this community. Now, I want to hear from you. What has been your biggest challenge in maintaining your self-worth when others don't see your value? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you're not sure what to write, you can start with something like, "My biggest challenge has been," or simply share any insights you've gained from today's video. Your experiences might just inspire someone else on their Stoic journey. Technique 5. Live with purpose and passion. Picture this. You've already mastered the art of being authentic, cultivated emotional self-sufficiency, set strong personal boundaries, and adopted a growth mindset. Now, it's time to elevate your life even further by discovering and pursuing what truly drives you with enthusiasm and determination. When you live with a clear sense of purpose, you become a person with direction, intention, and a vibrancy that's impossible to ignore. This kind of energy is magnetic. People are naturally drawn to those who know what they want and pursue it with passion. Think about how different your relationships would be if you were living each day with a purpose that fuels you. When you're passionate about something, it radiates through everything you do. It's contagious, inspiring those around you, and adding depth and excitement to your interactions. Whether it's your career, a hobby, or a personal mission, having something that lights you up makes you more interesting and engaging to others. As Howard Thurman wisely said, "Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go do it. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive." This quote perfectly captures the essence of why living with purpose and passion is so vital. It's about becoming truly alive in what you do, which in turn makes you a beacon of inspiration to others. So, how do you start living with purpose and passion? First, take some time to reflect on what genuinely excites and motivates you. What activities make you lose track of time? What topics or causes stir something deep within you? These are often clues to your true passions. It might be your career, a cause you're deeply committed to, a hobby that brings you immense joy, or even a personal journey of growth. Once you've identified your passions, the next step is to set clear, actionable goals related to them. Having specific, achievable goals gives you a roadmap to follow and helps you stay focused and motivated. Break these goals down into smaller steps so you can measure your progress and celebrate each achievement, no matter how small. Incorporating passion into your daily life is also crucial, even if your current routine doesn't perfectly align with your passions. Find ways to infuse elements of what you love into your everyday activities. For instance, if you're passionate about music, but find yourself in a desk job, carve out time in your schedule to engage with music, whether it's by playing an instrument, attending live performances, or simply immersing yourself in your favorite songs during breaks. This keeps your passion alive and integrates it into your daily life, making every day more fulfilling. Surrounding yourself with supportive and inspiring people is another key to living with passion. Being around like-minded individuals who share your enthusiasm can provide the motivation and encouragement you need to stay on your path. These connections not only keep you energized but also deepen your relationships, as sharing your passions with others can lead to more meaningful and fulfilling bonds. It's also important to stay curious and open to new experiences. Sometimes, as we grow and evolve, our passions may change or expand. Don't be afraid to explore new interests and see where they lead you. This openness not only enriches your life but also makes you more dynamic and interesting to others. It shows that you're not stagnant, that you're continuously learning, growing, and adapting, which is incredibly attractive to those around you. Finally, remember that living with purpose and passion requires commitment and resilience, especially when the road gets tough. It's easy to stay passionate when everything is going smoothly, but the true test of your dedication comes when you face obstacles and challenges. This is where your perseverance sets you apart. People admire and are drawn to those who stick to their goals and dreams with unwavering determination, even in the face of adversity. It's this kind of dedication that makes you truly magnetic, turning you into someone others can't help but admire. So, by living with purpose and passion, you not only enrich your own life, but also become someone who others can't help but be drawn to. Your enthusiasm, commitment, and vibrant approach to life will naturally keep you in their minds, as they see you as a source of inspiration and energy. Keep chasing what makes you come alive, stay passionate, and watch how this mindset transforms your relationships and attracts people who genuinely value and cherish you. This is the essence of living a life that not only fulfills you, but also captivates and inspires those around you. Technique 6. Practice assertive communication. We've covered how being authentic, emotionally self-sufficient, setting boundaries, embracing growth, and living with passion can transform your interactions. Now let's delve into how assertive communication can bring it all together and ensure you're expressing your needs clearly and confidently while respecting those around you. Assertive communication is about finding that sweet spot where you can articulate your thoughts and feelings without coming across as either too passive or too aggressive. It's the key to fostering honesty, trust, and mutual respect in any relationship. When you communicate assertively, you create an environment where both parties feel valued, understood, and secure, a foundation that can make someone who might have taken you for granted start to see your worth in a new light. Consider the relationships in your life. Whether it's with a partner, a family member, or a friend, how often have you held back your true feelings to avoid conflict, or conversely, expressed them in a way that sparked unnecessary tension? Assertive communication offers a balanced approach that allows for healthy, productive conversations that strengthen your connections. As Maya Angelou once said, "I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." This quote beautifully captures the essence of assertive communication. It's not just about the words you use, but the emotional impact you leave on others. So, how can you start practicing assertive communication in your daily life? First, it begins with self-awareness. Before you can communicate effectively, you need to have a clear understanding of your own needs, desires, and feelings. Take time to reflect on what's important to you. and what you want to achieve from your conversations. This self-awareness will allow you to approach discussions with clarity and purpose, making it easier to express yourself. Once you're clear on your own needs, use I statements to communicate them. This technique is essential because it helps you express your feelings without sounding accusatory or blaming others. For example, instead of saying, "You never listen to me," which can put the other person on the defensive, try saying, "I feel unheard when I'm not listened to." This subtle shift not only conveys your feelings, but also invites the other person to engage with you in a more open and constructive way. Nonverbal communication is just as crucial as the words you use. Your body language can either reinforce your message or undermine it. Make sure to maintain eye contact, keep an open posture, and use gestures that convey confidence and engagement. These cues show that you're serious about what you're saying and that you're open to dialogue, which helps create a more effective and respectful communication environment. Active listening is another cornerstone of assertive communication. It's not just about speaking your mind, it's also about truly hearing and understanding the other person's perspective. Show that you're listening by nodding, giving verbal acknowledgments, and paraphrasing what the other person has said to confirm that you've understood them correctly. This approach not only makes the other person feel valued, but also sets a positive tone for the conversation, making it more likely that they will listen to you in return. Being clear and direct is essential in assertive communication. Avoid vague language or beating around the bush. State your needs and feelings openly and with confidence. For example, instead of saying, "I'm kind of upset about what happened," be more direct. "I'm upset about what happened earlier, and I'd like to discuss it so we can understand each other better." This kind of clarity helps prevent misunderstandings and ensures that your message is received as you intended. Respect and consideration are also vital. While it's important to express your own needs, it's equally crucial to respect the other person's perspective. Avoid interrupting and be willing to listen and find solutions that work for both of you. This approach fosters a dialogue based on mutual respect, which is the bedrock of any strong relationship. Finally, remember that assertive communication is a skill that gets better with practice. Start by applying these techniques in situations that are less emotionally charged, and gradually work your way up to more challenging conversations. The more you practice, the more natural and effective assertive communication will become in your interactions. So by practicing assertive communication, you not only enhance your own confidence but also create stronger, more respectful relationships. This approach not only helps you express your needs, but also makes others feel valued and respected, which can lead them to see you in a whole new, more appreciative light. Keep honing this skill and you'll find that it not only transforms how you communicate, but also how others respond to you, making you someone they respect, admire, and maybe even become a little obsessed with. Technique 7. Master active listening. Let's explore a technique that can truly deepen your connections and make others feel a strong sense of attachment to you. Mastering active listening. We've already touched on the importance of assertive communication, but now it's time to take it a step further by focusing on how you listen to others. Active listening isn't just about hearing words. It's about fully understanding, engaging with, and responding to what the other person is saying. When you practice active listening, you show others that you genuinely care about their thoughts and feelings, which is incredibly powerful in building strong relationships. This level of attentiveness can make others feel truly valued and deeply connected to you. Think about your interactions with others, whether in romantic relationships, family dynamics, or friendships. How often do you find yourself preparing your response while the other person is still speaking? This is a common habit, but one that can undermine the quality of your connections. Stephen Covey wisely observed, "Most people do not listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply." This quote captures a fundamental truth about communication. Many of us are more focused on what we're going to say next, rather than fully absorbing what the other person is sharing. Shifting your mindset from listening to reply to listening to understand can transform the way you interact with others, making your conversations more meaningful and impactful. So, how can you master the art of active listening? It starts with giving your full attention to the person speaking. In our modern world, distractions are everywhere, whether it's your phone, your thoughts, or even your surroundings. When someone is speaking to you, make a conscious effort to eliminate these distractions. Put your phone away, make eye contact, and focus entirely on the speaker. This simple act of being fully present sends a powerful message that you respect and value what they have to say. Once you're fully engaged, practice reflective listening. This involves paraphrasing or summarizing what the speaker has said to ensure you've understood their message correctly. For example, if a friend expresses frustration about their workload, you might respond with, "So you're feeling overwhelmed because you have too much on your plate right now?" Reflective listening not only shows that you're paying attention, but it also helps clarify any misunderstandings and keeps the conversation on track. Asking open-ended questions is another crucial aspect of active listening. Instead of asking questions that can be answered with a simple yes or no, encourage the speaker to share more by asking questions like, "How did that situation make you feel?" Or, "What are your thoughts on that?" These types of questions invite the speaker to dive deeper into their thoughts and feelings, which can lead to a richer, more engaging conversation. It also shows that you're genuinely interested in understanding their perspective, which can strengthen the bond between you. Empathy is at the heart of active listening. It's not enough to just understand the words being spoken. You also need to connect with the emotions behind those words. When someone shares their feelings with you, respond with empathy by acknowledging their emotions and validating their experiences. For instance, if someone expresses sadness or frustration, you might say, "I can understand why you're feeling this way. It sounds like a really tough situation." This kind of empathetic response lets the other person know that their feelings are valid and that you're there to support them. Now, let's consider how these principles apply in modern life. Imagine you're having a conversation with a colleague who's stressed about a project deadline. Instead of jumping in with advice or solutions, what if you simply listened, reflected on what they said, and asked them how they're feeling about the situation? This approach not only helps them feel heard, but also creates an environment where they're more likely to open up and share their concerns. Over time, these small moments of active listening can build trust and make others feel more connected to you. But mastering active listening isn't just about making others feel good, it's also about enhancing your own understanding and empathy. When you listen deeply, you gain insights into others' perspectives, which can help you navigate relationships more effectively and with greater compassion. You also become someone others feel comfortable confiding in, knowing that you won't just hear them, you'll truly listen. So by mastering active listening, you're not only improving your communication skills but also becoming someone who others feel deeply connected to. This technique ensures that you stay in their minds and in their hearts because you've made them feel valued, respected, and understood. In a world where so many conversations are superficial, being the person who listens deeply and empathetically sets you apart. So, listen with intention, connect with empathy, and watch as your relationships grow stronger and more meaningful. Keep listening deeply, my Stoic friends, and you'll find that others naturally gravitate toward you, drawn by the rare and genuine connection you offer. If you've made it this far, you're on the path to mastering your self-worth. Drop a comment saying, "I know my value," to show you're committed to this empowering journey. Stick around, because more valuable insights are coming. Technique 8. Be consistent and reliable. Imagine this. You've already worked on being authentic, emotionally self-sufficient, setting boundaries, embracing growth, living with passion, and mastering assertive communication. Now, it's time to anchor all these qualities with the bedrock of consistency and reliability. These are the cornerstones of trust in any relationship, whether it's with a partner, family member, or friend. When you consistently show up and keep your promises, you demonstrate that you are dependable, someone others can count on no matter what. This reliability fosters a sense of security and stability, which is incredibly attractive and can make others feel deeply valued. Consider how frustrating it is when someone repeatedly changes their mind, cancels plans at the last minute, or fails to follow through on their commitments. It creates confusion, breeds mistrust, and can damage even the strongest relationships. On the other hand, when you are reliable, when people know that they can trust your word, it builds a strong foundation that is essential for any lasting connection. This is why consistency is so powerful. It reassures others that you are a steady presence in their lives. As Dr. Seuss wisely put it, "To the world you may be one person, but to one person you may be the world." Your consistency and reliability can make you that indispensable person in someone's life, the one they know they can always count on. So, how do you become more consistent and reliable? Start by setting realistic expectations for yourself and others. It's important not to overcommit. Promising less and delivering more is always better than the other way around. When you set achievable goals and meet them consistently, you build a reputation as someone who is dependable and trustworthy. This approach not only strengthens your relationships but also boosts your own self-confidence, knowing that you can be counted on to deliver. Punctuality is another key aspect of reliability. Whether it's a work project, a social event, or a simple catch-up with a friend, being on time shows that you respect the other person's time and are serious about your commitments. It's a small but powerful way to demonstrate that you are someone who can be relied upon, which in turn makes others more likely to value and respect you. Clear communication is also vital in maintaining consistency and reliability. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes things don't go as planned. When this happens, it's crucial to communicate clearly and promptly. If you can't meet a commitment, let the other person know as soon as possible and offer an alternative solution if you can. This transparency not only helps to maintain trust but also shows that you are considerate of others' time and feelings, even when circumstances change. Moreover, consistency isn't just about showing up on time or keeping your promises. It's also about being steady in your actions and behavior. Your reliability shouldn't fluctuate based on your mood or circumstances. Strive to be a stable and steady presence in others' lives, someone who is dependable no matter what is happening around you. This consistency in behavior builds a sense of trust and security, making others feel safe and valued in your presence. Relating this to modern life, think about the people you most admire and trust. Chances are they are individuals who are consistent in their actions, reliable in their commitments, and clear in their communication. These qualities make them dependable friends, partners, and colleagues, and they likely have strong, lasting relationships because of it. By embodying these same qualities, you can become that person for others, someone who is not just respected, but deeply valued and cherished. So by being consistent and reliable, you're not just building trust, you're deepening connections and ensuring that you remain a constant valued presence in the lives of those around you. This reliability will naturally keep you in their minds and in their hearts, as they come to see you as someone they can always count on. Remember, my Stoic friends, that consistency is the glue that holds all your other virtues together, creating a foundation of trust and respect that will make you truly unforgettable in the lives of those who matter to you. Stay steady, remain reliable, and watch as your relationships grow stronger and more fulfilling, with you as the anchor that others admire and depend on.
Technique 9. Enhance your personal appearance. Let's take a closer look at how enhancing your personal appearance plays a crucial role not just in how others perceive you, but in how you perceive yourself, and how it ties into the deeper philosophy of Stoicism. Now, I want you to think about this. How often have you felt a boost of confidence simply by wearing an outfit that makes you feel your best? It's not about being superficial or chasing external validation. It's about aligning your outer self with the inner values you hold dear. The ancient Stoics, though they might not have focused on fashion in the way we do today, understood the importance of presenting oneself with dignity and respect. They believed that how you carry yourself in the world is a reflection of your inner state. And this, my friends, is where enhancing your personal appearance comes into play. Imagine you're preparing for a significant event, be it a job interview, a first date, or even just a day where you know you'll be interacting with many people. What do you do first? Most of us take a shower, put on clean clothes, and perhaps spend a few extra minutes making sure our hair is just right. This preparation isn't just about looking good for others, it's about putting yourself in the right mindset. When you know you look your best, you feel more confident, more in control, and that energy naturally attracts others to you. It's a simple yet profound way of practicing self-care, which is, in itself, a Stoic principle. Taking care of your appearance is a form of self-respect, and when you respect yourself, you're better equipped to engage with the world around you in a meaningful way. Let's delve deeper into how you can enhance your personal appearance in a way that aligns with Stoic values. First, let's talk about the basics. Good hygiene. It might seem like a given, but maintaining cleanliness is a powerful statement about how you view yourself. Regular bathing, brushing your teeth, and keeping your nails clean aren't just about looking good. They're about feeling good in your own skin. These simple acts are a daily reminder that you value yourself enough to take care of your body, the very vessel through which you experience life. Next, consider your wardrobe. This doesn't mean you need to chase the latest fashion trends or spend a fortune on clothes. Instead, focus on finding items that fit well and make you feel comfortable and confident. Your clothing is an extension of your personality, a way to express who you are without saying a word. When you dress in a way that feels authentic to you, you're not just making a statement to the world, you're reinforcing your own sense of identity. As the designer Tom Ford once said, "Dressing well is a form of good manners." This quote captures the essence of how Stoicism can intersect with modern life. By dressing well, you're showing respect, not just to others, but to yourself. Grooming is another crucial aspect of enhancing your personal appearance. A neat haircut, well-kept facial hair, and a simple skincare routine can make a world of difference. These aren't just superficial practices. They're rituals that help you present the best version of yourself to the world. When you take the time to groom yourself, you're sending a message that you care about how you show up in life. It's a daily act of discipline, a small but significant way to practice self-mastery, a core tenet of Stoicism. But let's not forget that personal appearance isn't just about the outside. Your physical health is just as important, if not more so. Regular exercise and a balanced diet are essential not only for maintaining a healthy weight, but for ensuring that your body functions at its best. When you feel good physically, it radiates outward, affecting how you carry yourself, how you interact with others, and how you approach the challenges of daily life. The Stoics were well aware of the connection between body and mind. They believed that a healthy body was crucial for maintaining a healthy mind. So, by taking care of your physical health, you're also nurturing your mental and emotional well-being. Confidence, my friends, is the final piece of the puzzle. You can be dressed in the finest clothes, with every hair in place, but if you don't carry yourself with confidence, it all falls flat. Confidence isn't about arrogance or trying to impress others. It's about having a deep inner assurance that you are enough as you are. Good posture, a genuine smile, and steady eye contact are all subtle yet powerful ways to project confidence. When you walk into a room with your head held high, shoulders back, and a warm smile on your face, you're telling the world that you're comfortable in your own skin. And that, my friends, is irresistible.
So why does all of this matter in the context of Stoicism? Because how you present yourself to the world is a reflection of how you see yourself. When you take the time to enhance your personal appearance, you're not just making yourself more attractive to others. You're aligning your outer self with your inner values. You're practicing self-respect, discipline, and mindfulness, key principles of Stoicism. You're saying to the world, I value myself, and I value those around me enough to present the best version of myself. This isn't about vanity. It's about authenticity. Now think about your own life. How do you feel when you take the time to dress well, groom yourself, and maintain your physical health? How does it change the way you interact with others? Do you find that people are more drawn to you, more interested in what you have to say? These are important questions to ponder as you continue on your Stoic journey. Remember, the goal isn't to make others obsessed with you for the sake of your ego. It's to cultivate a presence that reflects your inner strength and self-respect. And when you do that, people naturally want to be around you. They're drawn to the calm, confident energy you radiate. Enhancing your personal appearance isn't just about looking good on the outside. It's about cultivating a deep sense of self-respect and confidence that shines through in everything you do. By taking care of your appearance, you're practicing a form of self-mastery that aligns with Stoic principles. You're showing the world that you value yourself, and in doing so, you're more likely to attract positive interactions and relationships. So, take the time to invest in yourself. It's one of the most Stoic things you can do. Look good, feel good, and let your inner strength shine through in every aspect of your life. Technique 10. Refine your social skills. All right, my friends, we've journeyed through the art of enhancing your personal appearance, and now it's time to delve into a crucial technique that can truly transform your relationships and social interactions, refining your social skills. Now, I want you to think about this. How often do you find yourself in social situations where you're unsure of what to say or how to connect with others on a deeper level? Developing refined social skills isn't just about being charming or knowing how to start a conversation. It's about genuinely connecting with others, building trust, and creating meaningful relationships that stand the test of time. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "Accept the things to which fate binds you and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart." This quote reminds us of the importance of truly engaging with the people in our lives, something that refined social skills can help you achieve. Let's break it down. At the heart of refining your social skills is the ability to connect with others in a way that makes them feel seen, heard, and valued. Good social skills allow you to navigate social situations with ease, leaving lasting positive impressions wherever you go. When you refine these skills, you become more likable, approachable, and, quite frankly, unforgettable. It's not just about being polite or saying the right things. It's about cultivating a presence that draws people in, making them want to spend time with you and think of you often. Now, consider this. How do you want to be remembered by the people you meet? Do you want to be seen as someone who is aloof and distant? Or as someone who is warm, engaging, and genuinely interested in others? The choice is yours, and it all starts with refining your social skills. One of the most powerful ways to refine your social skills is through active listening, something we've touched on before. But let's go a bit deeper. Active listening is more than just nodding your head and waiting for your turn to speak. It's about being fully present in the conversation, showing genuine interest in what the other person is saying, and responding in a way that encourages them to share more. Dale Carnegie, the author of How to Win Friends and Influence People, famously said, "You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you." This is the essence of active listening. By showing that you care about others, you naturally become more likable and create stronger connections. But active listening is just the beginning. To truly refine your social skills, you must also practice empathy. Empathy is the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes, to understand their feelings, thoughts, and perspectives. When you practice empathy, you build trust and rapport with others, making them feel understood and valued. This, in turn, makes them more inclined to think about you and want to spend time with you. So, how can you practice empathy in your daily interactions? Start by asking yourself, how would I feel if I were in this person's situation? Or, what might this person be experiencing right now? By considering these questions, you can better relate to others and respond in a way that fosters deeper connections. Another key aspect of refining your social skills is mastering the art of positive body language. Body language is a powerful form of communication that often speaks louder than words. To refine your social skills, focus on maintaining good eye contact, offering a genuine smile, and using open gestures that show you're engaged and approachable. These nonverbal cues can make a significant difference in how others perceive you and how comfortable they feel around you. Remember, People are naturally drawn to those who make them feel at ease, and positive body language is a big part of that. Now, let's talk about conversational skills. Being able to engage in meaningful conversations is a cornerstone of refined social skills. This means being mindful of your tone, pace, and the flow of the conversation. It's important to share your thoughts clearly and confidently without dominating the discussion. A good conversation is like a dance. It's about finding balance, being in tune with your partner, and knowing when to lead and when to follow. When you're in a conversation, ask yourself, am I truly engaging with this person, or am I just waiting for my turn to speak? This self-awareness will help you refine your conversational skills and make your interactions more enjoyable for everyone involved. Emotional intelligence is another critical component of refined social skills. Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize and manage your own emotions, as well as the emotions of others. By developing your emotional intelligence, you can navigate social situations more effectively, respond appropriately to different social cues, and build stronger, more meaningful relationships. Ask yourself, am I aware of how my emotions are affecting my interactions with others? Am I sensitive to the emotions of those around me? By honing your emotional intelligence, you can become more adept at handling the complexities of social interactions and create a positive impact on those around you. Finally, don't underestimate the power of feedback in refining your social skills. Seeking constructive feedback from trusted friends, colleagues, or mentors can provide valuable insights into how you can improve your social interactions. This feedback can help you identify areas where you excel and areas where you might need a little more work. It's not always easy to hear feedback, but it's an essential part of growth. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, it is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. By being open to feedback, you allow yourself the opportunity to grow and refine your social skills even further. So, why is all of this important? Because refining your social skills isn't just about making others like you, it's about becoming a more effective communicator, building deeper connections, and ultimately leading a more fulfilling life. When you take the time to develop your social skills, you create a ripple effect in your relationships and interactions. People are naturally drawn to those who are confident, empathetic, and skilled in the art of communication. And when you're able to connect with others on a deeper level, you're more likely to leave a lasting impression, making them think of you and want to be around you more often. Refining your social skills is a powerful way to enhance your interactions and build stronger relationships. By practicing active listening, empathy, positive body language, conversational skills, emotional intelligence, and seeking feedback, you can become a more effective communicator and a more attractive person to be around. These refined social skills will not only help you navigate social situations with ease, but they will also make you someone that others want to keep in their lives. So ask yourself, how can I refine my social skills to create more meaningful connections? The answer lies within you, and the journey of refining your social skills is one that will lead to richer, more fulfilling relationships. Stay social, my Stoic friends, and let your refined social skills pave the way to deeper, more meaningful connections in every aspect of your life. As we wrap up, I want to remind you, my fellow Stoics, that the real power of these techniques lies in applying them to your daily life with intention and integrity. These aren't just strategies to make others obsessed with you, they're tools to help you grow into the best version of yourself, someone who naturally commands respect and admiration. Take what you've learned about embracing your true self, setting strong boundaries, and mastering communication, and let it guide you toward deeper connections and a more fulfilling life. I'd love to hear your thoughts. How will you start incorporating these Stoic principles into your life? Drop a comment below, share your insights, and let's continue this journey together. And if you found value in today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could use a little Stoic wisdom. Keep shining, stay true to yourself, and remember, on this path of Stoic growth, the only person you need to obsess over is the person you're becoming. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on Stoic in Your Life.